Hey guys, welcome back to my video. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over one of the best flipping methods and how to do it to make a lot of money. This can make you over 20 mil an hour. It requires like no playtime whatsoever, and it can quadruple, quintuple, however much. It can multiply your money by a lot. If you do enjoy today's video, please consider subscribing. I want to hit by the end of this month, so March, right? Whatever comes after April, yeah, that month. I want to hit like 850 subs by the end of that month. I need your help to do that. Once I hit 800 subs, I'll do a pretty big giveaway. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so the method I'm going to be talking about is event flipping. This is what I like to call is where you have an event and you take things from that event. For example, let's just say, I don't even know, Diana, right? Let's say it's made Diana. Certain things after that event is over will not be available until she is reelected, such as dwarf turtle helmets, antique remedies, tiger plushies. Those things will not be available until she's ready again. And if people need to use them anyways, naturally the price will rise over those items. So I'm going to be going over the favorite ones for these, and these don't take a lot of time to do. Literally, like in 15 minutes, you buy items right after the event ends, and I'll tell you what event to do. And then you get on like 3 days later and sell them all and put them up all on AH for bid, and then you get off. It takes like 15 minutes and you can make so much money. So there's a bunch of events to flip from, and it's 100% your choice. You can do long-term flipping, like when there's an event like this one, or when it was Jerry, or whatever it is. That's a long time. That's long-term flipping. We're gonna hold on to it because that event probably ain't ever coming back. There's also short-time flipping, for example, Spooky Fest or the Jerry thing. I forget the name. Don't yell at me. Those come back every 5 days. So every 5 days you can make potentially really, really good flips. Now some of these flips do require money first. However, they usually don't require a lot. I'm going to be going over the favorite and what makes the most money. First one that is really easy to flip and doesn't take a lot of money. Like if you were early game through honestly late game or end game, you could flip these and still make an insane amount of profit. These are spooky cupcakes. Right now they are going for 400 to 500k. Now it's been or 440k. It's been a while since I've gone on to spooky, but last time I remember during spooky they were 50k or like 10k or like they were less than 100k during Spooky Fest. So if you have 100k, even only as little as 100k and as much as like 5 mil, buy these for like 10k to honestly 150k. Then you can sell them occasionally, as Spooky Cupcake is one of the best pet items. It gives 30 strength and 20 speed. There's only like a couple things that can top it. Dwarf Turtle Helmet, arguably. Antique Remedies if the pet is level 100 and has the right stats for it. But also gives speed, so Spooky Cupcake is one of the best talisman reforges, period. So people need it after Spooky's over. Thus, price goes up. So buy a couple of these for 100k or less during Spooky. When is Spooky? Spooky's in like 2 days, as I'm recording. So buy a bunch of these during Spooky or right after Spooky, and you can sell them at any time you want or put them on your pets to make a boatload of money. I mean, you can quintuple your money if you buy them for 100k, and if you buy them for 20k, you're making what? Like, literally 20 times your money in a single flip. Huge, huge profit. My next favorite one, it costs a little bit more money to flip. However, it is still, again, worth it, as you can buy. If you spend 5 mil to buy these items, first thing is Spooky Cupcake, you're going to have to buy a lot more to spend 5 mil on it, but you can make a lot of money from it if you sell it. But this item, you can buy like 4 of these or 10 of these for 5 mil and make a lot more money for the money you put in. So these are my top 2 favorite ones, and I'll go into the third one. And this is Vampirism 6 books. Now, you have to be careful because sometimes people try to trick you during or after Spooky. Time you want to buy these is right after Spooky ends and everybody claims the prize. Reason for this, I'm trying to find the cheapest one. Cheapest one goes for 1.5 mil. And that's a lot for Vampirism 6, but it's also really good. 6% of your health whenever you kill an enemy If you're doing dungeons and you kill like 3 enemies at once, that's plus 20% health. Like, that is insane. You're probably asking, well, how much should I buy them for? So right after Spooky ends, you'll talk to, there's this guy in a giant pumpkin. He lives in a pumpkin under the sea. And you'll talk to him, and if you get a high enough place, he'll give you a vampirism book. Now, usually what people will do, they're like, oh, sick, okay, I claim everything from skeleton horse pets to my money to whatever, and then I just will immediately sell it. So, they'll put it up on AH and usually immediately sell it. Now, use your own judgment to say how much you want to spend on them, but these go up to 1.5 mil. I've seen them at 1.2 mil or higher minimum, so I would suggest buying these if you can for 800k or lower. If you can buy these for 800k or lower, you can make stonks, like so much money. You could double your money. If you spend 5 mil, you make like, yeah, you get 5 mil from playing 15 minutes, maybe 30. It takes you 15 minutes to buy as much as you possibly can for like a freaking greater backpack or whatever, however much money you want to spend, and then get on later and occasionally sell them, because you don't want to flood the market. By that I mean you don't want to put up every single thing at the exact same time. I mean, you could if they're high, but I suggest spreading it out, selling like a good amount a day, because you have all of yours up for 1.5 mil like this guy, and then someone puts up one for 1.499, and then people buy this book instead of buying your book. So put these up every, like 5 every day if you have enough, or spread them out so you're making the most money, but don't sell them all at one time, because they might not all sell, in which case you would lose money, or not make as much as you possibly could. Next, we're going on to the bizarre stuff. And here's why some things are good and some things are not. Granted, these change, and sometimes they are good, sometimes they're not. However, typically, in my opinion, flipping purple candy or green candy is what I feel like everyone would tend to do. And I think it works. However, at the same time, these are really low because it's Dante canceled Spooky Fest, but why would people be buying this item after Spooky's over? Is what you have to ask yourself. Vampirism, because they can need to put it on the swords that don't die. Spooky Cupcakes, because it's the best pet item in the game for the price. Why would they be buying purple candy? The only reason you can spend candy is during Spooky Fest. So why would you buy it when it's higher and not Spooky Fest, instead of buying it when it is Spooky Fest and then getting to use it, instead of buying it higher and waiting for however much days? So I don't know if purple candy, green candy, ectoplasm, or pumpkin guts really are going to go up that much after Spooky. Again, flip if you want to, but I don't know if they're going to go up that much. Two things from Bizarre I'd recommend you flip, or you could flip, it's an option, is these two items. This one's more risky, but has more potential profit, and this one, they're both kind of risky, but they both can make a lot of money. Reason being, werewolf skins are used to create werewolf armor, and they're fished up, so price definitely spikes in them. For sure, they're usually at like, I want to say 30 to 50k, and now they're at 75k, so it's really easy to do. Bizarre flipping is just typically easier, as if they don't sell, you can just insta-sell them. So you physically can sell them at all times, no matter what, while in an auction house, you can't really. Other thing with this is the soul fragment. Now, this has really, really good potential. I've seen this at 700k, 1 mil, whatever, and right now it's at 2.2 mil. And here's why it is going up. Is A, it's kind of hard to find these. Like, you notice people aren't selling, besides that one maniac, selling like more than 16 really, because they're kind of hard to get. And selling, 153 of them means you just put in 300 mil into soul fragments, which is honestly kind of insane. Reason for why they're getting bought out is for the soul whip and some other recipes, but I think it's mostly the soul whip. Reason for this being is it is pretty good for killing ghosts. It's pretty good for killing all these other things, but it's costly. And it makes sense why. But if you kill ghosts with it, you can make a lot of money. So that's why people buy it and why the price is rising, because they need it for something. If you buy something after Spooky, they might go up, frankly. Like, I remember I've had some good flips with Ectoplasm, with Spooky Cupcakes, with Purple Candy, whatever it is. I've had some good flips. However, they're more iffy as people don't need them outside of Spooky, really. However, things like Vampirism, Spooky Cupcakes, Soul Whips, Werewolf Skin, people need them outside of Spooky. People are going to buy them regardless whether it's Spooky or not. Smart people will buy them during Spooky and then flip later, or just put on later when they need it. But people will still buy them outside of Spooky because they're still good. So, just to review, 3 things you should flip from Spooky Fest alone. I'll do another one covering stuff from different events if you guys want me to. 3 things you should flip from Spooky. Vampirism books. These things are so damn good to flip. I remember I have made so much money flipping these, but I don't play skyblock that much anymore. But you can make a nutty amount of money flipping these. You buy them for 700k, you spend 7 mil, you get 7 mil in 30 minutes. Really, really easy. And you don't have to put up that much, you don't have to put up like 7 auction houses, or 10 or whatever. For early game players and end game players if you want to, Spooky Cupcakes. Really, really good. You buy these for 100k, you sell them for 400k. Now, in order to get 7 mil profit, see, that one just sold. In order to get 7 mil profit from it, you have to buy more of them. So it takes longer to sell because you need to buy more of them. However, it's more money that you put in. If you put in 1 mil into each different thing and then sell it when it's at the highest, Spooky Cupcakes will make more money. However, you have to put up a lot more because you can buy them for 100k, so you have to put up 10 instead of having to only buy 1 or 2. So it's more effort, but more money. And last one for bizarre flipping is if you're feeling risky, go Soul Fragments, as these I've seen go up to very high prices. If you're feeling safe, go with Werewolf Skins and Ectoplasm. Honestly, are two pretty good flips. Buy Werewolf Skins at I want to say like 35k, maybe less. Buy Soul Fragments at 1 mil or less, probably maybe 1.5 if you're feeling risky. Ectoplasm at 60k or less. And that is my guide for what to flip. If you guys do enjoy this video, I want to see a part 2 with different items to flip for different events, because these are eventually going to die down. Just comment that down below, leave a like and subscribe, and I will make it happen. And I'll see you guys next one. Peace.